Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me get my mic set. I have a setting for streams and I have a setting for spaces. They got to be different. It's got to be set different because the audio comes through different. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm a little chilly. I'm thankful to be chilly because it gets hot in this office. It can get hot. Hope everybody's doing great. What's happening? What is happening? I always feel a little nervous when nobody comes in. Well, let's see if this dropped on my X account, and I should drop it into the Telegram. I gotta have the correct one. So while people come in, assuming there's four eyeballs. Give me a second, guys. We will get this dropped into the Telegram. Not that anybody's gonna see it. It's pretty quiet in there right now. It's quiet everywhere, man. I'm just gonna tell you. It's like it's the ghost town of crypto lately. It is what it is. Man, remember last spring, summer, fall? We had some crazy times, man. Yeah, man. All right. Drop this in the chat, in the Telegram, main Telegram. Jump in, especially if you are new. Yeah, who's new? Okay. Is there anybody new? I mean, I see 13 people in here. I'm going to get my spy screen up here. I can spy on how many actual viewers we have while people come in. It looks like there's 5. Five people in here. Well, that's cool. Give me 1 second. Hey, Tails Dream. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. All right, just 1 second. So I'm working on a project for the Grays, and I'm not going to disclose what it is, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what it could do for the Grays ecosystem in giving us credibility more than the vast majority of other projects, on Pulse Chain. So I've been head down working on that since Monday, and it's going to take me probably a few weeks. But guys, I can't wait to drop it on the community. I just can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm excited for what it's going to do for on so many levels. It's going to be awesome. All right. Let me get my screen. Okay. Right. I got to get rid of this and that and that. All right. What's shaking? The crypto market. What's that? I always forget the name of that. The M280 day money supply. How come I can't remember that? I had it at the top of my mind for the longest time, but that thing, from what I've been gathering, it's still like up and to the right, which is wonderful. And Ethereum's popping out. If you see the post that I put on Twitter this morning, let's go ahead and have a look at that. Okay. I want to review at least two posts that I put on Twitter this morning that are pretty, I don't know. One's about pTGC. The other one's about Ethereum. Oh, I just lost 2 followers on Twitter. Twitter's tough, man, because it's like I want to increase my followers, but all I want to talk about is the greatest currencies, and not everybody wants to hear about them yet. And you can't make everybody happy. It's like I don't post about what I had for breakfast, but I probably should, I guess. and people like that kind of stuff. So hold on. I think let's just, nah. All right. I got to show you like 3 or 4 posts. We'll just scan my Twitter. Okay. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, please do. And that's right there. If you would follow me, we can make up for the 2 followers that I just lost this morning. Okay. So we're going to go back to yesterday. We're going to say it might be time to finalize your positions and fasten your seatbelts. And then I post that you can get a pTGC dolphin position for $6,800, UFO dolphin position for $1,600, and then Charles Schwab quote: "The goal of index investing is to own the entire market or a representative slice of it." That's brilliant. Yeah, I know advanced truck backing, but you know what? If I post a beautiful picture of some scenery from around where I live, I'll pick up followers, and I just know that appeals to some people. And then the Gray's currencies may not, but I totally hear you. I don't care to hear what other people have for breakfast either. Yeah, I mean, literally, I don't care what people have for breakfast. Post some nice scenery, right? So check out this image. Ethereum weekly engagement. And this is going back to, 2022 and then May 2025, May-ish. Look at that candle, dude. That's the biggest engagement candle in over 3 years. And oh, yeah, man, it's getting good. All right, so let's move on. And then there's one that I reposted. And check out this meme that we posted yesterday. My buddy KRJ Crypto made that. Go follow him. And I loved it. He dropped it in the Telegram. All he says is, "pTGC is awesome." I'm like, you go, man. I like your attitude. And look at that. It's just an alien flapping his arms. It's like, it's mysterious, almost like pTGC and UFO are just kind of mysterious. Like there's more under the hood in the Gray's tokens than just, we're a meme. We're like meme 5, right? We're meme, 100% meme. Well, not 100% meme. We are very much meme. And under the hood, we're like pure DeFi. We are earn rewards while you hold, while you stake, while you lock, while you sleep, while you go to work, you earn rewards. And this image to me just kind of, I love the meme. This is a good one. And this one I posted this morning, scraped it off of a Telegram chat. And let's see. ETH is above the 12-hour cloud for the first time since December. You see that down there? I'm trying to get it to where I can like highlight, but I haven't. I've downloaded so many apps to make that happen, and they disappear. It's weird. So the green is the Ethereum, and it popped up above that red cloud, which is really cool. Very bullish, So, and Ethereum's a leverage on Bitcoin. Pulse Chain is a leverage on Ethereum. pTGC is a leverage on Pulse Chain. So Ethereum moves, Pulse Chain moves, pTGC moves, and then we're all sitting in profit, and that's be a wonderful thing. pTGC, make a pTGC and UFO pancake for breakfast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the UFO is your pancake, and then you just make an alien figure on it with your syrup or your butter, and then there you go. Just having fun. All right, now, guys, check this out. All right, look at the art. Okay. Do you guys like the art? I made that. I found that if you try different sites, you can get different outputs. And look how the arms are linked together between the girl and the alien. And there was one site that was just mixing it all up. I think it was actually Grok was having a really hard time with images. But this one did it, and it was ChatGPT. Sorry, it's a rabbit trail. Let's just get on task here, guys. We're here to talk about the Gray's currencies, and I can go on a bunny trail, but this is a summary of what we talked about on Spaces on Monday night. If you weren't here to listen to it, here it is. And you can find this on my X account. I'll just drop it in the chat so you guys can go straight to it. But I smoothed it. I literally transcribed it and smoothed it and put it into a post because it was just so good. All right. In the Gray's currencies ecosystem, you don't get paid APY unless real value is generated. Every APY is backed by actual value before it reaches you, meaning selling it doesn't harm the chart. Unlike typical inflationary systems where APY is paid by new users buying in, the Gray's system ensures APY payouts are sustainable by generating value through every transaction. APY source. APY is not paid unless value is generated through transactions. It's funded by a 5% transaction fee. We all know this, but this is good to hear. Check this out. Where 2% goes to APY, 3% supports the system via liquidity pool additions, buy and burn mechanisms, or DAO operations. Every APY payout is tied to a market buy from existing LPs, ensuring real value supports the distribution. The 3% allocated to LPs and to buy and burn exceeds. I didn't understand this until I wrote this. The 2% paid as APY, reinforcing the system's stability and supporting upward price trends. Non-inflationary design. Unlike traditional systems where APY relies on inflation, requiring new buyers or causing price drops, the Gray's currency APY only activates when value is generated. This prevents chart damage even if users sell 100% of their APY. Selling APY doesn't reduce a user's share of the circulating supply. Rather, because of the built-in burn mechanics, their position continues to grow relative to the supply, thereby even increasing their future APY over time. You guys get that? So, in short, you can sell all of your APY. Your position relative to the circulating supply will continue to grow or inflate, garnering you even more APY. It doesn't get any better, thereby increasing their future APY over time, allowing continuous selling without diminishing their portion of the circulating supply. In short, pTGC and UFO's APY system is designed to be sustainable, backed by transaction-generated value, with more capital reinvested into the ecosystem than paid out, ensuring stability and growth even when users sell their APY. pTGC and UFO aren't just another fee-based token. They're first to market, first of their kind, alien tech, only on Pulse Chain. Ovidian Hex, Salary Day just got more golden tickets. pTGC will mint new millionaires this cycle. Yeah, it is printing new millionaires. I can tell you that. And some of us around here aren't there yet, but we will get there. Indeed, we will. Let's have a look at the deck screener. What's shaking today, man? Well, Bitcoin is down 1.1%. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, we go back to 22nd of April where we had a nice pump. And we're just cooling off a little bit. We're up from, let's go back to the 21st, which was the Monday before last. We are up, Bitcoin is up 10% that's about 10 days, 10% in 10 days. Ethereum from the 21st, roughly, okay, from the 21st 21st to today is up 12%. Well, that just makes sense. There's your leverage play. PLS. Oh boy. Oh boy. From the 21st. You know what? I'm going to back up a couple days for PLS because we had that SEC news, which was on a Friday, the 19th. I think doesn't make sense. It would be Friday the 19th. Yeah, whatever. From this candle to here, Ethereum is up. I mean, Pulse is up 4%. So having a little bit of a hard time. We had a really nice green candle yesterday. If you look at the 4-hour chart, look at that. It went up 12, 13%. And that was really beautiful. I think somebody was just getting on, maybe they just got paid or whatever, like Ovidian Hex there. And they got them, their dollar cost averaging in. I think that's how I looked at it. And honestly, I was able to get my onboard in like right here about in this, hold on, in one of these, right before this big pump. I got her in. So she's got herself a nice position and that's great. And then UFO, happening with UFO. Well, let's see. Let's go back to the 21st or 19th. We are up. We are up. Almost said down 10%. I'm calling that 10%. So yeah, we are interesting. Pulses. So pTGC and UFO and Pulse is up how much? Not much. 6%. Yeah. Guys, it's crypto. It's going a little sideways, but it's going a little up. And that's to be expected because this is crypto. And I think the time is coming when you get into the proverbial Uber car and the guy turns around and starts talking to you about crypto. I think it's coming. Retail's coming. And we, guys, got something else to share with you. We are memifying. Did I already tell you this? We're memifying pTGC. Okay. Not everybody agrees that it's a meme token. It's a meme token. It's both, man. It's the first meme token with utility. It's a meme coin with utility, however you want to put it. We're expecting adoption. Users are coming to Pulse Chain. And what are they going to be looking for? Number go up. The reason all of us came into crypto, we want to see our portfolio grow. We want to put money on a token that's going to make us a millionaire. That's going to do 1,000 and 10,000x. And those tokens tend to be meme coins. Let's just be brutally honest. The meme coins are the ones that have probably outperformed in the short term, at least in the short term, many of the other projects on maybe any chain. And people have made a lot of money on meme coins. We want to attract people that have money. Okay, because they're gonna make our chart volatile, and we get paid when the chart is up and down and up and down. So, and what just happened over on Solana? I haven't been following it, to be honest. I'm not subject matter expert. However, from what I have gathered, there's a lot of meme coin activity over on Solana, and people are getting wrecked. People are making money. And once they're done over on Solana and they come over to Pulse Chain, they're going to be like in the meme coin habit, and they're going to be looking for memes. So we are going to position ourselves for them to encounter the Grays currencies, pTGC and UFO, as a meme with utility. So they get their meme. They can be happy about that. They can see all the AI images and AI videos and all the community excitement about these meme coins. But under the hood, they'll discover something even better. It's almost like what happens at Christmas time. Everybody's giving out gifts, right? And they're fancy. They look beautiful, and they have, all the patterns might be red and green and flowery or whatever, and have a bow tie on top. It looks attractive, right? It's almost like a meme. But then you unpackage that package, and what's inside? The utility. That's what you really want. Let's go to the chat here. Salary day just got more. Oh, we already got that one. Bless you, sir. Prairie Banana. Thank you, Condor. I appreciate that kind sentiment. Hex was utility, but the message was strong. Community behind it. Hexican's a meme in itself. Yeah, the whole community, right? That makes sense. Hey, Romeo. Good to see you. So we're going to memify things. And by we, I mean me and you guys and everybody. So this is a team effort. If you have the ability to make some memes on whatever platform, if you've got Grok, you got to have the paid version of Twitter to use Grok, but you can use ChatGPT, and there's probably dozens of other platforms you can make memes, alien memes on, and post them on your socials. And then also put a little nugget about the Grace currencies in there. And we're just going to not blast, but post, give people an opportunity to encounter the Grace currencies whenever they're on socials. And that's going to draw attention to the Grace currencies, and people will eventually, get themselves a bag if they haven't got one already. And what it does, it also stimulates the current holders when they see activity from their tokens. It encourages them to continue to hold, to dollar cost average in, and it just lightens your heart when you see your token, going around on Twitter. It's like, yeah, people are. So there's that saying, work for your bags. Yeah. What am I doing? Working for my bags. We all need to do it. Just do, no pressure. Okay, just a little pressure. Just do what you can. If it's a retweet, do that. If it's make a comment, do it, man. Just do whatever you can. If it's show up for a stream, and even if you're doing something over on your phone, but you're letting it play on your computer, you go, man. You do what you can do. Yeah. What else? We already looked at the charts. What else you guys had any questions? This is for new people. I want to see how many people we got in here. 18. Well, just a few weeks ago when our price is a little better, there'd be about 30 in here right now. I think about 30, but we got 18. So what's happening? I mean, it's April 30th. Who knows what's going to happen in May? Like somebody said on Spaces on Monday, it's sell in May, go away, but 50% of the time. So we don't know what's going to happen. We're kind of waiting on the market, but while we're waiting, we're building. Memes. I was going somewhere with that. Yeah, just repost meme stuff and create meme stuff and drop it in the Telegram, share it around, let other people, download it, copy it, and send it out on their socials. Yeah. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Let's have a look at the volume. Let's look into pTGC.com. Let's do this. If you guys want a subscription to, I got to find it, look into pTGC.com, you can get it now for like $17.28 per month. I think that's with the coupon. I got to find out if that's with the coupon or without the coupon. So, but I'll have to do that on another time. Now is not the time. Okay, I'm going to go to the dashboard, share my screen. Let's have a look. Most people actually sold in January and February, so May shouldn't be too bad. That's good perspective, Rick. Not too bad. Not too bad. I would say I would have to back you up on that. Yeah. So if we're at a bottom, that just means people are going to start buying. A lot of the sellers perhaps have exited, which removes sell pressure. I'm with you on that. That makes perfect sense. Let's look at the dashboard, gentlemen and ladies, if there are any ladies in here. pTGC, look, we've almost burned 41 billion tokens, or we burned 12.3% of the supply. Next stop is 12.5. Next stop, 13%. I wonder if we'll hit 15% by the end of the year. 12%, but our project's 18 months old. That's less than $1 billion per month. Oh, we can do it. We should be able to do maybe 15 to 18% by the end of this year. And that would be wonderful. Here's the price. Nice little pump yesterday. We're up 7% in the last 24 hours. Volume is $154,000. A little light. It's a little light, guys. But what's happening on the chain? Nothing. pTGC liquidity is $6 million. There may not be any activity on the chain, but we still got our liquidity. Good afternoon, TS Pedro. 918 transactions. Here's what we're looking at. Oh, we could have looked at this yet when we were looking at deck screener, but the ratio, it dipped down to under 8. It was like 7.7, 7.8 pulse per pTGC yesterday. Now it's up to 8.6. Thank you, Mr. Buyer from yesterday. I think you really helped that. The circulating supply is 292 billion tokens, and we're burning in 24 hours. We burned 4 million out of 292 billion. It ain't too bad. When volume kicks up, we're going to be burning even more. We are 40x from a penny. pTGC average daily volume is down 19% in the last 7 days. But in the last 180 days, we're up 178%. That's a big jump. Fee allocations in the last 24 hours, $7,700. The last 180 days is $3.8 million. I love it. Let's see if we can show the chart. I may not be able to because I'm not logged in. I'm not going to be showing stuff that people are paying for. I think that is the polite thing to do. If you guys want to see all this good stuff, you got to get the prescription, the subscription, whatever. You guys got to pay for it like all the rest of us do. But I'm not being unkind. We'll show you the free stuff, which is still great. Okay, so why do I back up Kong on paying for the site? Well, he's an industrious young man that has worked very hard on this website. He's worked hard. So, and I believe in rewarding people, hardworking people with Uncle Benjamin Franklin's. And honestly, he earns a little bit from this thing, but it ain't a lot. And it takes a lot of effort to get this data off the Pulse chain. It's easy to get stuff off of Ethereum from what I understand, but Pulse chain's a different animal. And it costs him money monthly, like regularly. It costs him money for the site to get the data. And the more data he gets, the more costly it is. And he and I have talked about it. I'm like, whoa, dude. Yeah, $17.28 a month. And you can have all of it. And you're supporting this dude, Crypto Kong. And you're kind of supporting me too. I make a little bit. It's like a tip, a small tip. But here it is. So you're going to see, you're going to see the free stuff on my streams and such. So there it is. That's the, I like to do the price overlay. I wish I could show you guys the big old one. This is interesting though, because it's like, it looks decorrelated on the 7-day, but if we were looking at the 280-day, it looks a lot more correlated, price and volume. And what does that mean? That as price has gone up, I'm reflecting the wave pattern. As price has gone up, volume has gone up, which is very odd. You'd think that they would be kind of decorrelated, but that's not what we're seeing in the history. And that is very exciting because that means that as volume increases, let's break this down. Volume increases, which means more tokens coming into our wallets as reflections, staking rewards. Volume goes up, more reflections or more rewards, but then they're worth more because the price is going up. And it's almost to 1-to-1. They go up in volume does a 10x and price does a 10x about. So that's great, man. Because if volume went up, if volume increased, but the reward stayed, but the value of the rewards was stagnant, then you would earn more tokens, but they'd be, how do you put it? They'd be worth the same. I'm getting myself all mixed up, like trying to do math on stream. So let me boil it down to just restate as what we've seen is that volume has gone up, so has the price. So we're making more value. And I hope that trend continues into the future because we haven't even really seen volume yet. I don't think we've seen price. I think the early holders have seen the price appreciation. Maybe some of us mid to older guys are going to see the volume, and those other guys are going to see it too. But just what you get. That's one of the benefits of being early in projects. Like Richard Hart says, founders and people that are early and holders, hodlers are going to be the ones that are going to make it in crypto. Let me check your message real quick. All right. So that is pTGC, and that's, here's all the distribution. Did I not show you guys this? There's that wave. Okay. And here's the distribution down here, just the 24-hour. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is the 180 day. So if you click on these, it changes. And you guys have access to all this. Okay, I didn't mean to imply that you don't have access to a lot of the stuff on this site, because you really do. There's some really good stuff here for free. And you don't have to pay for the free stuff, okay? And let's look at UFO. We have burned 8% of the supply. Yeah, let's keep on going here. That's a beautiful thing. We love burning both of these tokens. They're deflationary. And as they deflate, our positions inflate. It's just a beautiful system. I love it. UFO metrics were down 2% last 24 hours. $60,000 in volume. $7 million in liquidity. 0.58 pulse per UFO. We have been to 1-to-1 and beyond. 919 billion tokens in circulation. 598x to 1 penny. I see our average daily volume has increased. That is really good. That's really good. So we're up this week versus, over last week, which is, it's wonderful. I'd like to see improvements. Fee allocation. Let's go straight. Okay. pTGC was distributing how much in the last 180 days? 4 million, 3.8 million. And UFO distributed more. I think this is in part because, and here's where those $2 million paid to providers, 676 buys and burns UFO, paid to holders, and burned pTGC. In my opinion, the reason that UFO has distributed more in 180 days is because UFO had a massive run up last fall. It was going ballistic. I think it's going to do it again. So Yeah, that's what I think. But they're very close, just UFO distributed more. You'd think it'd be, maybe not. I was going to say because pTGC is a little older, but it kind of makes sense that UFO people were discovering UFO and then getting into it because UFO came out. It's almost a year old. It's April 30th. It was launched on May, whatever, 3rd or something like that last year. So UFO will be a 1 year old this week. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And I had a hard time getting into UFO. I made a big mistake the day it launched. Just a blunder. One of many blunders in crypto. All right, let's review the DApp. I don't want to keep this long. I want to keep this short because I have work to do and I'm having lunch with my wife today. We're meeting at the house. And I won't bore you guys with what we're having. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Let's review the DApp. And you know what? I'm actually going to remove this. I don't like this. I want your guys' opinion. What do you guys think of that one? I don't like it. It's big and the colors are funky. I am not a happy holder of that GIF. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. If it's annoying, say it's annoying to see it up there spinning. I want to know. Overall, I like the other one that I had, but it's not the current logo. Oh, guys, before we get into the DApp, and do tell me, put a 1 if you agree that you don't like it, maybe the size or the colors. And then if it's annoying, just tell me it's annoying because I want to know. But I'll be honest, I'll probably still have it. All right, guys. I have a surprise for us. I forgot about this, but I'm glad I remember because I've been waiting. This came since Sunday when we were live again. In this package is a phone case that I got from the merch store. I haven't opened it. So it came in a nice thing. Da-da-da. Huh. Let's see. How about them apples, guys? Yeah, man. All right, let's see if it fits. So here's the one I got. Okay. Give me a second, guys. We'll get this on here. It'll be official. And I'm encouraging you guys to get your own. It's $20. I think it's $20. Okay. Oh man, I hope it fits and everything. That's gonna be sweet. Yeah. Hold on. Gotta make sure the buttons work, you know? That's the first thing. The buttons work. Yeah, man. At least the one button, the important button. All right, guys. Yes. Look at that, dude. That's fabulous. All right. I should take a picture of that and put it on my Twitter. The Grays, pTGC on Pulse Chain, UFO. Yes. Fun. Thanks, BTS Pedro. You can enjoy it with me. Yeah, I mean, this one I just got off of Amazon, you know. But this one's special. Yeah, man. Oh, there's nothing like having some new merch, I guess. Yeah, I couldn't resist. I was like, I've got that. Next, I need the playing cards. Okay, where was I going? To the DApp. I know you guys don't care what I have for breakfast, but I'm sure you probably appreciate the merch demonstration. You guys like that? Okay, so I don't know why we're Why should we even review the DApp? Is there anybody here that's new? Put a 1 in the chat if you're new and you need a run through of the DApp. Put a 1 in the chat. Are you guys not communicating with me today? That's fine. I guess the spinning logo thing is just fine, because I didn't hear any comments about that. But I really want to know if we should be reviewing the DApp, because I almost feel like we're wasting time. And time is precious. I don't want to be wasting time. So let me know if we should review the DApp. Let me know. What else can we talk about? We could do some moon math. I'm going to wait. I am actually, I am going to forego looking at the DApp, and until I hear somebody say that they need me to review the DApp. I mean, that's really what this is for. But if there's nobody in here, we do this twice a week. But if there's nobody in here that needs a review, then, why do it? I don't want to bore you guys. And I know what would excite you guys is what would excite me is some moon math. So put a 1 in the chat if you need a DApp review, because honestly, I'm going to skip it if we don't need to. But let me just scan the DApp and wait for things to come to mind. So we are firming up our terminology with the new site, okay? Because you guys know that this withdraw button means end stake, okay? You just got to know that. And you don't want to end a stake until you're certain that you want to, because you're going to pay a 1% fee. Okay. But that is the end stake button where it says withdraw. How come this one has, it says it has, hold on. Oh, I'm looking at, whoops. I'm looking at somebody else's lock. Let me, I got this wallet address, and I didn't realize that it's not mine. Let's get this one. Okay. All right, here's the one I'm familiar with. Has 1 lock on it. Okay. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, just be careful that you don't withdraw, and if you didn't want to. Be careful that you don't unlock if you didn't intend to. And what else? What else can we look? We can look at the DAO. I'm going to skip that. We can look at the game. We'll skip that. Let's go review the stats real quick, because I need to be looking at this anyhow for the project that I'm doing. How much do we got? 5.3 million in the liquidity pool, and then held is probably 65 billion, staked 89 billion, staked and locked 132 billion. Projected burn in the next 6 months, 16%. This wallet has earned $13.77. Okay. And then the UFO token. I guess what we're doing is like a real cursory overview of the DApp. If you want to add LP, you click on UFO liquidity pools. If you want to check out your rewards, select UFO PLP rewards. We're just keeping this really simple, guys. Then we're going to go do some moon math, and I think we'll just check out. There's your UFO shares. You can claim your rewards for every pool that you hold, that you have in LP, or you can claim them all at the same time by selecting here. But this is a test wallet, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to do it. Actually, I am going to do it here pretty soon. I am going to do this pretty soon. I'm sure I have a reminder set somewhere to do that, because I'm going to harvest the rewards from the experimental UFO LP. I'm actually going to start it over again. We're going to see how much we earned the first year, and then going into the second year, we'll have a comparison. You see? But I'm just going to do it on a yearly. That's what I'm doing with the pTGC experimental bags. So, and I'm going to tell you, man, that I'm so glad I decided to do those experimental wallets because they have come in super handy. Okay. Man, I wish I had something like fresh and exciting to share with you guys. I am oh, do this, guys. Got a brilliant idea, marketing idea from my buddy. Like whenever newsworthy stuff happens, like especially on Pulse Chain or anywhere in crypto, or even outside of crypto, when newsworthy stuff happens, let's memify it and get it in and get it in front of people on X. And what you do is, like, let's say Watergate happens, and then we memify it. We make some sort of video or graphic, a meme with aliens in it and UFOs. And then we post it on our X, make a few comments, and then put a hashtag Watergate. And then that's gonna go all over X. All right. You guys see that? We got to be ready for some of that stuff though, too. We got to be listening for newsworthy events. And one of the places you can go is what is it? It's got that fish on it, I think. Give me a second. Oh, usually when I try to think of it, I can find it. Let me see if I can go search and find it. Explore, search. Oh, I just cleared out all my stuff on my computer. Watcher Guru. That's it. Watcher Guru. Watcher Guru. So you guys should sub to them. Let's go to Watcher Guru. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Watcher. There are other news sites also, and you guys can drop them in the chat if you want. But like, look at this. Just in, Treasury Secretary Bessent says the U.S. is on the verge of becoming an AI superpower. That's good stuff, man. Ha! Dude, we could memify that. Why? Because pTGC and UFO are almost like AI. How? The bots arbitraging between the liquidity pairs 24/7, 7 days a week automatically without any human interaction. So, I mean, we can memify that. How it started versus how it's going. Okay. Just in, Eric Trump says banks who don't embrace crypto will be extinct in 10 years. Boy, he ain't lying. You go, Eric Trump. I hear he follows Richard Hart. So there's that. Watcher Guru. I'll drop this in the chat so you guys can go find it quickly. So follow that account. And then, like, when newsworthy things happen, we got to memify it. And, oh, here's an invitation, guys. Oh, I got to get back to that. Things to do. Invitation. If you guys want to be in on some meme stuff for the community, I'm going to post something in the Telegram here in the next few hours, probably. And it'll be a Telegram link, and I can let you in to this group where we're going to be creating art and such for memifying the Grace currencies. So if you want to be in, reach out to me directly or click on that link and we'll let you in. Okay. But it's going to be kind of we're going to vet people. We don't want crazy people in there. And we don't want spies in there either. Finding out how we're doing it, how we're becoming the next, what's the name of that token? SHIB. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's possible. Is it probable? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's try. Okay, so there's Twitter. Here, 1 second, guys. Let's go to Pampy. we are going to do some moon maths. Okay. What you can do here, guys, pamp.app, you can take the SAC funds and split them evenly if you want to. Ooh, let's do a customs. What happened? Let's see. Hex. If you do hex, $1 million. And you add pulse. Let's make that $10 million. He only puts $10 million towards hex and $200 million towards pulse. And then that'd be cool if we could select the rest. That's 210, then 50 million towards pulse X. And then, so that's 260, 42. Let's say he split it up like this. We're going to build in some sell pressure. How much sell pressure should we select? A past date to view historical liquidity and price change? This allows you to analyze how different sell pressures and liquidity reductions would have affected price at that time. Interesting. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's not do any sell pressure or liquidity reduction. Let's just leave it like it is and calculate. I put $200 million into pulse. Interesting. Okay, well, that was 1730x pulse. I mean, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. Because what am I going to do? I'm going to come over to the moon math section of lookintoptgc.com, and you guys have access to all of this. We're going to select pTGC PLS. We're going to do a 5x factor because we know pTGC has moved up against pulse chain way more than 5 in the last year. Like it might be 40x. Let's find out. Let's be big boys and girls here, and you guys can do this yourselves. If you select daily, go to the daily chart or whatever time frame you need. Looks like I need to sign in. I don't know why I need to sign in. Well, I don't need to sign in on this page. So let's just go here. pTGC in terms of WPLS. I flipped the chart, okay, guys? And we really moved up against WPLS in the last day. Excellent. That is wonderful. How about with UFO? Not so much. Okay. But I want to know how much we've moved up against WPLS in the last year. So I'm going to zoom out and go from measure from here to here. That's 14x, 15x, I think. How many x's is 1450? I need to just put this on a sticky note so that I can remember. How many x's? I'm asking ChatGPT. X's. You guys are laughing at me, I bet. How many x's is 1,450%? I think that's 14.5. Yeah. I need to put that on a sticky note so I just know, so I can use it as a reference. I don't mind if you guys laugh at me. It's fine. I'm a big boy and I can take it. That's a 15x. I'm going to round that up and call it a 15x. I want to answer. I want to just give me a second, Tails Dreams. I'll be back to you. It's a 15x. Let's go back to this calculation. So, but let's put in 5. Let's put in, I don't know if you can put a fraction, 7.5. And then we said that Pulse did a 1730x. Dude, this is going to This is going to be nuts. It's going to blow our minds. 1730x. This is going to be a lot because this is 1730 times 7.5. I bet this is going to make for a $5 to $6 pTGC if this scenario happened. And this is just math. It would happen. It would happen. If we moved up against at 7.5 and pulsed it to 1730, this would be the price. I'm going to get between $5 and $6. Nope, $3. Well, I tried. It'd be a 13,000x. $3, man. Okay, $3. There'd be a lot of wealthy people in this ecosystem. There'd just be millionaires on every corner. Who doesn't love moon math stuff? Math, yeah. Nobody. Well, actually, there are some people that it kind of repels them a little bit. And I kind of get it. I don't know if it's maybe some cognitive dissonance, and I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying we all get that cognitive dissonance stuff, or what it is in our human nature that makes some people, and again, I'm not being negative on anybody because I could be this way. I'm just not. That makes people kind of, resistant to moon math. And I think it might have something to do with the cognitive dissonance aspect of our nature. But I think that most people are okay with it. So there's your $3 pTGC. We just need to move up against the layer 1 at a 7.5x, and the layer 1 is going to have to move 1700x. Woo! We're talking X's, man. What if it only moves up at a 100x? Well, that's a 20-cent pTGC. Nobody's going to cry over that. I don't think anybody's going to cry over that. So that'd be good stuff. Tales Dreams. Would love to help. Not an artist, though, in the most thought of sense. Hit me up, dude. Hit me up. I'll get you in there. You're a buddy. I know you. I know you. You know me. So yeah, hit me up, dude, on Twitter or Telegram, because I don't have a way to reach out to you. Maybe you're in the Telegram and I could find you, but I'll leave that up to you, man. Analyzing dreams, though, that is my art. Really? That's trippy. Okay. You know what, guys? We're gonna cut this short. We're gonna cut this short. I don't know why today, but probably because I'm just focused on this project that I'm doing. Yeah, Adam, I'm working on it. I'm working on a project for the Grays. If you're still listening, I got something cooking, and it's gonna be good. I'm excited about it, obviously. Let's two more calculators, and then we'll hit the road, guys. I'm gonna save my favorite one for last. There you go, Adam. The reflections. Oh, here's your price chart. Here's your prices. You can get the premium for $17.28 a month. And you can pay for it in crypto. I don't know if this is after the coupon or before the coupon. All right. But I'm not going to get into that. Oh, Adam, did you see my new I'm really highlighting Adam. Did you see my new my phone case? Did you happen to see that? I got it from the merch store. Yeah. It's like $20. All right, let's look at some reflections calculations. Oh, I can't even I think I can do this. Let me log in. Okay. My wife, she's watching me. She's like, "You're just so goofy." I'm just gonna be myself, dear. I gotta be myself. I don't know anybody else to be. Reflections. Okay, I did have to log in, so I'm showing you guys some deeply private paid for stuff that other people paid for. Q was yelling at me to use the new logos for UFO and pTGC yesterday. You should, man. But I'm not going to yell at you. If you need them, hit me up. I can send them over to you. I can send you the whole package of the pTGC and UFO logos. And I can give you, I can send you a little GIF if you want it. Like if you wanted something like this one's lame. It's too big. The colors are funky. And I really want to redo it. And I don't know if you've seen the new logo, guys, that Shaka Vibes created, but I love it. I love it. It's okay, I'll do that. Let me write this down, guys. Logos of Vibra. It's a combined logo. And I really like it. I mean, I love it, actually. It's got the Grace currency on the top and the UFO underneath, and they're like integrated. It's really cool looking. Reflections. We're going to experimental mode. We're going to use the demo wallet. Calculate. Calca. We're gonna, let's tone down the volume because I'm a little bit bearish on the volume lately, and so I mean. When we go to a million again, that's going to be wonderful. And we can all do math. We can just 10x it in our head. We can 10x the numbers that are down below here in our head. So this is $1 million in volume. I think it's pretty clear, pretty easily. We're going to end up going there. Okay, cool. And bear with me, guys. We're going beyond $1 million in volume. Just saying. Yeah. Hopefully we go beyond $10 million in volume. Because that would be, especially at price, because we found that price has been tracking volume. Oh, man. Alien Tech. $1 million in volume. This guy's bag is a shark. 570 million tokens. Yeah. Congratulations, dude. His yearly return is 42.5 million pTGC. Yeah. I mean, each million right now is worth like what, $300? So that's some juice, man. That's going to be some juice, but you got to have 42.5. It's going to give us all the breakdown right down here. So his monthly yield would be $865. And this is only from the reflections. If he's staked and locked on top of that, he's going to be earning even more. His yearly yield, $10,500. And there's his next sea creature target, whale. And then here it is broken down. He's a shark. He's going to earn, $10.5 thousand in a year. And the next one down is a dolphin. Oh, these are the breakdowns of the smaller positions. The dolphin is 30 million tokens, which is worth $7,000 right now. Daily, you'd earn $1.50. Monthly, $44.90. And you guys got to bear in mind that, you say, okay, he's only earning $1.50 right now. Yeah, it's $1.50 worth of tokens in today's value. What's it going to be a year from now? How many X's are we going to do? If we do 100, man, I hope we do 100 X's. If we do 100 X's between now and next year, the tokens you earn today ain't going to be worth $1.50 anymore. It could be worth $150. So, and that's $150 today, $150 tomorrow, the next day, and you know what I'm saying? It's going to stack up. So, but in order for them to stack up, you got to be stacking them up. So you got to be holding. So you hold the tokens, earn your reflections, and they'll just start stacking up. And what can you do with those reflections? Add them back into if you got a stake. You can take your reflections. Let's see, how's that work? Oh, as you earn reflections, you can add them to your stake. And by the way, I gotta put this in my notes, guys. I am taking lots of notes today. Reflections. This is so interesting, guys. reflections earn reflections. And it's kind of mind boggling. I got to get this. I just had to write that down. So if you got 1 million tokens in your wallet, they're earning reflections, however many per day. Let's say they earn 10. Well, those 10 are going to be earning your reflections too, because reflections come into your wallet. They're almost like spooky, almost spookily. They show up in your wallet, and then they continue. They earn reflections too. Oh, it's cool. So there's your dolphin position in pTGC. We're going to ski. No, we're not going to skip the UFO. UFO. $1 million in volume. This dude is a dolphin. He's going to earn $208 a month in yield. Do 100x. That's $200,000. Is that right? What's 200 times 100? 200 times 100. Yes, 20,000. So that'd be $20,000 a month at 100x. So there you go again. Stack up your tokens. Now, one thing you can do, like we just read on my Twitter post, is that you can sell your yield and you're not going to hurt the chart. Every bit of yield in this ecosystem is backed by LP in the chart. Like something like 2% is paid out to yield, but 3% is, of the 5% fee, 2% goes to pay yield, 3% is used to strengthen the system where that 2% yield comes from. And I'm very, very oversimplifying it, but that's kind of how it works. And that's kind of amazing. Show me another ecosystem that does it that way. I'd like to know, not because I'm interested in getting in it, but there is you're welcome. Good morning, Shaka. There is your UFO volume. Now let's go to my favorite. I'm watching my time here. Let's go to my favorite calculator. It's probably the one why is it my favorite? Because it's the one I'm most vested in, depending on. I went really heavy in locking. I'm an animal, man. Like practically anything I do, I do it 100%. Oh man. Seems like I need to. Oh yeah. Hold on, guys. I got stuff going through my head. Calm. Okay. If I don't get it written down, then it just circulates in my mind. Okay. I went pretty strong into locking. If you guys are considering locking, think about it. Think about it. Give yourself some time and approach it very purposefully, because you don't want to lock up tokens in a smart contract that has no flexibility. You know how, like, let's say you're at a hotel and there's an issue and you want to talk to somebody. You just need them to be a little flexible. The gal on the other side of the counter, like, can you guys perhaps just, but you can't do that with a smart contract. It's all or nothing. And when you sign it, in other words, you validate it in your hardware wallet, and I hope you're using a hardware wallet. When you sign it, it's done. So if you sign a locking contract with the Grace Currencies smart contract, you're locked in, and there is no way out of it. So if you're thinking about locking tokens, do so very carefully. That's my advice. One thing you can do that, in my opinion, at least at this point in the cycle, is locking them up for 90 days if you need some time to think about it. You're not going to get the 100% rewards, but hey, you're going to get 55%. And you got 90 days that you can relax, especially if you're new, and you can learn about this ecosystem. It's exactly what I did all last year, practically. I locked up tokens in 90-day locks. By the end of the year, I knew what I wanted to do, and I executed a plan. And I'm like in the high 90s, 10-year locked. But I do not recommend doing that unless you know exactly what you want to do. And you should discuss it with your significant other if you have one. Make sure you're both on the same page. So here's the locking calculator. And the reason I'm excited about the unlocks is because we have a history. We have a record of how many unlocks are occurring in a given time frame. And what we found is that there is about 400 million tokens being unlocked every month. Okay, 400 million tokens. And then we can backwards math and find out how much the lockers are going to earn. Because what happens when you lock tokens, you're good, and you're going to earn a certain amount until the end of your lock. You're actually going to continue earning beyond the end of your lock. But if you were to, at the end of the lock, you can unlock, and those tokens are liquid. But if you unlock before your term, then you're going to pay 30%, which goes to all the other lockers. So given that we know that there's 400 million pTGC being early end locked every month we can say, okay, well, if I have 100 million, and this calculator does everything for you. If I have 100 million locked and the price is now 10 cents and we're 400x away from 10 cents. I do hope we hit 10 cents this cycle. And let's say I'm in 10-year locks. No, let's make it 55%. I'm in 90-day locks. I made 90-day locks and I'm just letting them sit there and I'm earning the locking penalty rewards. We're now at 10 cents. We're going to be earning $4,700 a month in early unlock penalties. For locking up 100, if you can lock up 100 million tokens and we have that 400 million unlocked in 30 days and the price is now 10 cents. If you want to make it $1, well, that's 4,675 times 10. Wait a second, times 100, times 10. That'd be $46,750 for it being in 90-day locks. That's pretty exciting, man. So why is it like that? I explain this in every stream. It's because there's a huge difference between reflections, rewards, staking rewards, and locking rewards. And we'll explain this real quick, and then we'll jump off. Okay, there are actually two very important differences. Reflections and staking rewards are contract dependent. Whenever there's an AMM bot transaction or a human transaction, the contract is buying. Oh no, it's machine dependent. The reflections and staking rewards are machine dependent. The locking rewards are human dependent. Locking rewards are dependent on somebody to early end their lock, and that just pays all the other lockers. Okay, that's the big difference. Machine, human. The second big difference is early reflections and staking rewards are only based on the price of pTGC today. So the contract executes, somebody buys $1,000 for the tokens, $50 is going to be used it is going to be paid in tax. Of that $50, the contract is going to buy, 40% is going to buy pTGC and distribute it to all the holders and the stakers. So because it's buying pTGC at the price that it is right now. Right now, the price is very, let's call it low. And so it's able to buy more tokens per dollar. But locking rewards are not based on the price of the token today. They're based on token quantity. So if somebody locks up 1 billion tokens, and they have, And then they decided they're going to early end lock and pay the 300 million token penalty. The contract don't care how many tokens it's distributing to all the lockers. It's just going to send them. It doesn't matter the value of the tokens. It's going to send them. So you could be the recipient of $5,000 worth of pTGC tokens on an early end lock, or you can be the recipient of 50 cents worth of pTGC tokens for reflections and staking rewards. Does that make sense? So there's a huge difference in reflections and staking and locking rewards. So, but we're speculating on two things: A, people continuing to early end their locks, and then B, number go up for the early end locks to become really juicy. And then, thank you, Shaka, for this idea. Good morning, Stylist. Is that in pTGC, the secret sauce for pTGC, the superpower is locking tokens. And the superpower for UFO is those share rates, which we didn't really get into on this stream, but we'll be doing this again on Sunday and we'll talk about it then. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in. Slade is in here too. Hey man, good to see you. Man, we got some big guns in the chat today. Yeah, we do. All right. Hoping for Slade. Hoping for 10 cents. Conservative. I respect that. But I plan on waving to it as we fly by. I love your attitude, dude. Yeah. We try to keep it calm. We try to keep it like on the lowdown in the grays. If you haven't noticed, a lot of times we're just kind of because we were talking about this a few minutes ago. Some people they get their hackles up when you start talking moon math, and I don't know what it is, but they do, and there could be a lot of moon math in the grays. I mean, we have not even seen Pulse Chain do anything for the last ever since pTGC and UFO have been in existence. Pulse Chain has done nothing but go sideways. Yeah, we've done nothing but go up against the layer one. So I'm with you, Slade. When this chain moves, when it has its correction, when it does its revaluation, the grays currencies, it could get really exciting around here. And we can see some very impressive volume and price appreciation. And I'll tell you guys, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet, but I'll just show you guys. Watch this, guys. One illustration, then we'll jump off. Oh, I hope this thing. Okay, good. Because I just did maintenance on my computer yesterday, and I didn't want it to. I thought it might make things go away. Okay, so check this out. Look at July, $27,000 in volume. March, $425,000 in volume. That is a 15.7x in volume. All right, next column, holding yield. That's reflections. In July, 45 tokens per 1 million. See, if you hold 1 million tokens, on average in July, you'd get 45 tokens in reflections per day. But in March, it was the same. And why is that? Well, because the price was appreciating. Look, pTGC look at the bottom in the 1 star. pTGC price 12.6x, while the pTGC volume 16x. I'm using round numbers. So, price 10x. I'm going to use round numbers. Volume 10x. So we get the same number of tokens from July to March, but they're worth 10 times more. You guys see that? So the reason I'm excited for this ecosystem is we haven't seen volume yet. We haven't really seen price appreciation that we could. And the yield, the APY could be out of this world. So based on that, if you guys want a copy of that, I mean, it could be very significant for the holders. So I think we're going to end with that. We're going to end with that. Guys, we will have a, let's see, today is Wednesday. There will be a voice chat tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific. And then we'll be on Spaces on Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific. I don't think there's anything else we need to cover. Guys, thank you everybody for showing up, man. It was fun. Have a great day, guys. See ya.